Guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our React.js e-commerce series where we have completed till view category page, and now guys we are going to edit this category data. Okay, so guys, for that we need to create one simple page for this. So let's go to this edit category and click on this edit button. Okay, so for that let's get back, and this is our view category. And over here we are finding this edit button, guys. Edit category with the item of ID, which means that ID we have taken. So let me just show you. So this is the ID. I'll just hover over here. You can see below at left side, edit category /1/2/3, like that it's coming. So now guys, let's get started with it to build it. Okay, so first let us copy this edit category and go to your routes. So let's go to our routes, and after this copy and paste. So give edit category where you are taking ID. Okay, so you can see that / with the ID you're taking. So / ID you have to specify over here, and then guys from view to edit category. So copy this and paste edit category. Let's copy and paste over here. Now copy, paste and paste. So go to this category folder and create a edit category JS file. So new file, edit category .js. Perfect. So now guys, as simple, we have to create the function. So to create function, import React from React, where function name edit category. So what we have given over here, copy this function name, function where open and close, and give export default edit category. And over here guys, now you will start the code. So for that, let's get the form first, guys. So return open and close, where we are going to use the same form. Okay, so it's showing error. Let me just add h1 as edit category. So okay, so this form only we are going to use. So let's copy this form, get back. So this is our category, and move below over here. Let's copy this, go to edit category, div class name is equal to container px4, and paste that. All set. Let's edit some few things over here. Edit category, this will be a back button, so which will go to view category page, and this form, so right now we are not required, so let me just remove this. First we are going to fetch the data. So guys, as simple, we will use the same thing, that handle input, and this is your category input field. So let's create this. Let's go top, use state, where you will tell category input. Okay, and just remove this, assign with array. This will be a set category. So now guys, this is for our setting the category of your category input fields, where you will take slug name descript. So instead of descript, we have to give the correct database name. Let's get back over here. You can see that it's description, so you need to give full spelling description, and make sure the name also is same. So make sure both are same fields. Okay, save, and same way you have to continue for all the input fields. So everything is correct, and let's change this to update And yep guys, so let's move. Now let's handle with the input. So let's come over here. Const handle input is equal to where event of your open and close function, event dot, we are using input fields, we'll use persists function, not yes, it persist. Okay, where we are going to set this category, open and close dot 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 your category input, comma, and then your input fields. So my input fields event dot target dot name attributes. Okay, where event dot target dot value. So this will get all the input fields name with the value data, and it will set it over here. Okay, so now one step is completed, and now guys, let's use useState to fetch the data. So before that, let's check the output. Okay, useState and link is not used. Let's define that. Copy this useState, and next was one link. So they copy this link, import link from React router DOM. Save, refresh. Cool. Okay, so let's move to view category. I'm going to click on this edit button. So I'm going to click on 2, and your edit category /2 is coming, guys. Perfect. So now let's write a code to fetch all this data from this to this. Okay, in this input fields, let's get back to our and use effect. So use effect, where we are going to remove this, we are not using. Let's use Axios dot, you're going to get the data, so use get method, then open and close curly brace, response and arrow function, where you'll create the API. Let's tell /API /edit category / your ID $open and close curly brace, where we'll tell this is category _ID. Copy this, and now const category ID is equal to props dot match dot params dot ID. Okay, so this props, if you're using, let's pass that in our function, and then you're going to copy this and send over here. Okay, all set. So with this category, you are going to send with this URL. Perfect. So now guys, let's copy this edit category with the ID. Let's go to a Laravel application and create a route. So : get method category / with the ID, and go to the controller. So let me just copy controller at edit function, copy, go to your category controller and create a function, public function edit function, where you are getting the ID from this ID, and create a variable called category is equal to category find function, this $ID, copy and check with the if condition. If it is success, means you are going to return a response function in JSON format. You are going to tell status 200, and the category with the data you are going to send over here as $category. Okay, all set. Else, let's copy this. So if the ID is not found, that means 404 error. You can tell the message no category ID found, where you'll tell this message. Save. And now guys, let's get back to our React app. Write a condition if your response dot data dot status triple equal to 200, then you will be inside this and show set the category. So let's copy this, set category of your response dot data dot, what variable we have given over there, it's category. So let's copy this and just paste it. So whatever data comes, it will set inside this and then it will display, guys. So what in case of else if, where you are going to tell response dot data dot status double equal to 404. Okay, so over here we'll show the message first. So let's use sval, which is from Sweet Alert. You can just import the class. So let's tell error, where response dot data dot message we have given and with the error, and I want to return and redirect back to view page. Okay, so let's get back. History dot push function, where I want to go back to admin slash view category. Okay, so you're using, let's need to create one. Const history is equal to use history function. So if you're using this, make sure you have added this in your React router DOM. Copy this use effect and paste into your React. Save. And now guys, let's see the output. Let's refresh once. Perfect. So you have got the output, guys. You can see that laptop description, SEO tag. You are getting all the data in your input fields. What is this error? React use missing dependency history. Okay, so let's push that history. We have used this, right? Let's give comma and push it. Save, refresh. What is this? Component changing uncontrollable. Okay, so this error is like before loading this page only it's executing. So for that you can just use another thing, that is loading, guys. So let us just copy from our view category page. So let's copy this if condition loading, where just put this loading and use that state of loading. Copy, edit category and paste that. Let me just paste it top. That's it. So you can refresh. So it will be showing loading category, and then it's going to be, so it's still showing an error. Set loading is assigned but never used. So guys, let's assign that. This set loading, copy this, and over here set loading function, which will make it to false. So after loading this data you need to make it false, so it will show as refresh. Okay, loading category, perfect. So guys, there is no error and data is coming fine. Let me just change the message to loading edit category. So let's get back, go back, and let's edit with the third detail, third ID mains fashion. Click on edit. You can see all the data is coming, guys. Perfect. So now let's update the record. Let's get back over here on the ID2. We have done with the validation also. Let me just show you what validation this 404. So let's check this also. So we have only 3 records. Let's give number 8 and hit enter. So what in this case? It will go back and show you no category ID found. Okay, as simple, guys. So there is, it's very clear. Now let's update the data. So first let's go to a form, and on submit is equal to open and close curly brace, we will tell update category. Copy this and create one function. So constant update category, where event of arrow function open and close, where you'll tell event.prevent default to stop the page reload. Now guys, let's call Axios dot, we are going to use put method to update the data, where open and close function, curly brace, your response with the arrow function, and let's create the API, guys, first. So /API / your update hyphen category with the ID. Okay, so that ID dollar open and close curly brace, where you are going to tell category underscore ID. So this category underscore ID, let's give const, where category is equal to, how we are getting the ID, with this help of props.match.parents ID. So these are nothing but your, this ID will throw this. Okay, so you are taking this ID from your parameter and then using that over here. And now guys, with this only we want to send data. So what data you are going to send? All your input fields data. So data is equal to your input field, whatever category input field. So let's give over here. So this is having all your input fields with the help of handle input, all the event target with the name and the value it is taking and storing into your category input field, and that input field you are sending as a data in your API. Okay, so then after this you will get the response in if else condition. So if your response.data.status is triple equal to 200, which means success, then you are going to show a message sval success as your response.data dot, what is that message? Okay, message comma, where you'll give the success icon. And after this we want to clear all the input fields error and all. So first let us see, guys. So let's get back to our Laravel application with this route. Okay, copy this, and with the ID you have to create it with the put method. Okay, so let's get back, go to your api.php file to create a route with the put method, where you'll define that update category / where ID all set, and your controller. So let's copy this controller and paste with the update function. Copy and go to your category controller and create a update function. So let's move below and public function to update function. You are getting all the requests like input fields, request $request with the ID $ID. So this ID you are getting from your parameter. Okay, all set. Let's get back, and the requests are nothing but your form input fields. So these are your forms input field, right? So these input fields data only we are taking and throwing over there with the API. So let's get back and let's copy the above code, because we are using the same code to store that, and in that storing code only we are going to update it. So we are just copying and pasting that, because to save the time. So let's remove this. So first condition, guys, we are validating this input fields. It should be mandatory. Then if it fails in this any conditions, it will throw an error called 400. Okay, so input field error means 422 your input field errors, and it will throw the message with the help of errors. And over here, category : find $ID. So this $ID, send it over here. Let's check with the if condition. If the ID is found, you're saving the data, else you are telling that no record found. So let's just copy this, paste, and make this as 404, which means ID not found. If this ID is not found over here, you can tell no category ID found. Okay, and this will be a message, status is 400. Perfect. So now, guys, the input field which you are passing, all this input fields, make sure same input field name you are passing it over here. Okay, so same input field name attribute, name, description, status, everything should be same, otherwise it will not update the data for that specific input field. So yep, guys, we have created the API, and now over here let's give the condition for 404 also, error and input field validation. So let's check with the input field validation first. If your response.data.status is triple equal to 422, then you are going to set all the errors. So for that, guys, let's create one state, set error function, response.data.message. you are going to not message errors. So let me just show you. Go to your update function. So this is 422, right? Over here errors we have taken, so copy this errors and paste that errors. So now let's create one state for this set errors. After this, let's copy paste and copy this once again, set state, guys, and over here let's keep this array because there are multiple, and this will be your error. Now with this help of error, you are going to print that errors into your input fields. Add a small tag where you will tell open and close errors dot the slug name attribute only you have to paste. Okay, and give the class name for this, where you can mention text danger. So make sure you are adding for all your input fields wherever only you are validating. So let me just tell you, we are validating meta title, slug, and name. Okay, so 3 input fields. This is name, and copy this once again full, and go to your meta title, paste that, copy the name attribute and paste it over here. Perfect. So now this error is defined and use that, guys. So once it is set, once you get the mirror message is set, and after that it is successful, then you are going to unset this once again. Okay, just give empty array, so it will remove all that and update everything. What in case of else if, where you can tell response.data.status is triple equal to 404, ID not found. At that time, like some guys messes with the ID, so for that time, guys, you can just give this message. So let's copy and paste this message, and over here give a error. It's 404, right? So just give error and use history dot push function to admin / your view category. category, save it, and let's print this message for any kinds of error over here. All fields, FIELDS fields are mandatory. Okay, and save. And now guys, let's check the output. Refresh. So cache gets clear. And now guys, let me just empty this field, slug and laptop, slug and name. Okay, and let's click to update. You can find all fields are mandatory, where you can see that name field is required, slug is required. So let's give this was laptop, so let's make it to laptop and laptop devices. Let's update. Perfect. So success category added, not added, we have to make it to updated. Let's get back to our update function, where make sure you are giving this updated. Okay, save it. Let's get back. You can refresh and check that the data is perfect. So it's updated guys. So let's make this laptop device description. Let's update. Cool. So you can see guys, we have successfully done that, how to edit and update the data of category. And now guys, let's continue next video how to delete this category items. Okay, and then we'll move on with the subcategory and your products. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.